Hi, welcome back to Nothing Fancy Video Readings. I did make a small change in the name. I added the word readings. Just a small change. Just getting it out to a better, or not better, bigger group, I guess. Welcome to today's segment. A cup, a card, and a reading. That's what we're doing today. This is a cup of card reading number 3 for us. Yay! Okay, we're going to be using this deck of cards for our reading. And let's get started. Let's get this party started. Ooh, this is a very stiff deck. I haven't used this one very much. All right. Goodness sakes. Yeah, that's really stiff. All right. How are you guys all doing today? I hope today is finding you well. I'm hoping that your week was wonderful. I'm hoping that you got everything done that you needed to. All them honeydews, all them want to do's, all them need to do's. All right. Let's get some cards going on. Let's find out what our reading is today. There was no questions or anything on the last one. I checked before I started this one. So if you have a question that you would like a reading on this time, then link it. Put it in the comments below. Again, it is for my subscribers. So if you are subscribing to this channel, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, there's card number 1. Let's see what we got for card number 2. And let's go one more. Card number 3. Okay. Our very first card, these are actually very, very cool, is Faith. This is just a need card all the time, isn't it? Let me show you the back of the card. This is what all of them look like on the back. And so let's talk about faith. Faith is believing in the unseen. Faith is about having hope. It's about knowing that regardless of what you're doing, the outcome will be as it needs to be. There's a lot of people that are struggling with faith crisis right now. What do we really believe? What do you want to really believe? What do you really want to believe in? Do you believe in your Creator? I hope so. Do you believe that you should have a relationship with Him? Yes, I do. Do I think that it's a very intimate, personal relationship? Yes, I do. Do I think it's different for every person on this earth? Yes, I do. Because I know from experience that God talks to us in the way that we can understand it. That's what I know. And, you know, faith is getting ready to embark on a new adventure, right? You know that. Embark on a new adventure. Having faith. Maybe faith has to do with quest. That's a second card. Oh, that's interesting. You know what? The third one is acceptance. Okay, so faith, quest, and acceptance. Well, if that doesn't tell you exactly what you need to know, I don't know what does. All right, so let's talk about faith, quest, and acceptance. When we are getting ready to start on a new adventure, whether it's to try a new routine, maybe it's to try a new exercise routine, maybe it's to try some new meal planning, maybe it's, whatever the quest may be. The faith precedes the miracle. You have to have the faith. And, they talk about this in the law of attraction, like you just have to keep going because most people get right there and then it's just about ready to break and then we say, oh no. And so being able to have faith that we're on the right quest and the acceptance of the outcome is something sometimes a lot of us can struggle with. I know that I have had issues in accepting the outcomes of ongoing quests. It never ends. But, okay. So, we're feeling a little more for the quest card. Let's see what kind of quest we're going on. Maybe that's where a lot of us are like, well, if I knew exactly what it was, I may have a little more faith in order to accomplish and then be able to accept the outcome. So let's pull 1, 2, and 3 cards for an elaboration on quest. Dissipating, renewal, and joy. Oh. Dissipating, renewal, and joy. Okay, so dissipating. The quest, renewal, and joy. All right. Let's look at these for just a moment. All right. The quest elaboration cards are dissipating, renewal, and joy. All right. Dissipating old fears. That is always something that we must do. We have to be able to overcome fears of failure or triumph in order to be able to go on to the next process. Sometimes it is dissipating, old beliefs, maybe clearing out the junk in our house, maybe just trying a new salon, maybe trying a new hairdo. Dissipating the old things that are no longer working leads us to a renewal. Being able to have that renewal allows us to be able to have a little bit more faith, a little bit more acceptance, and of course, a little bit more joy. And who doesn't want joy in their life? We all need a lot of joy. It keeps us moving forward and everything like that. It's always kind of interesting to me whenever we get quest cards because, a lot of us struggle with, what is the purpose? Is that not an ongoing quest? Do you not find yourself struggling sometimes with, what is the purpose of this? Why am I here? What am I doing? I think we all have this faith crisis of what are we supposed to be doing? And really what it is, I have told people in the past whenever they're like, well, I just have lost my purpose. I don't even know what my life purpose is. Well, your life purpose is to have experiences. That's what you signed up for. And that is one of the reasons why we're all here, is to have experiences, sometimes really good ones and sometimes really bad ones. But either way, we have the experiences because they shape who we are. They give us an opportunity to dissipate old beliefs, renew new vows, set new goals for ourselves, have a new self-confidence, maybe accepting ourselves and our limitations at this particular moment. It's just a great way to be. All of these cards are just so interactive with each other. They all just go together because you can have a quest of faith, you can have a quest of dissipation, you can have a quest of renewal, you can have a quest of joy, you can have a quest of acceptance, or you can accept your quest, you can accept your joy, you can accept the renewal, you can accept the dissipating, you can accept the faith. It does not matter. Any of these cards, they are so interactive. That's interesting to me that they are so together. You like this cup? Enjoy little things. As you can tell, I have used this cup so much. All the flowers are starting to fade. But, so, are you on a quest? Are you having a faith crisis? What is one of the quickest ways to get out of a faith crisis? Service. Service is one of the quickest ways to get out of a faith crisis. Service for doing something for somebody else without an expectation of receiving anything in return is one of the quickest ways to start working through depression, anxiety, any of those kind of things. But what it does is, maybe the faith that's being built through service is restoring somebody else's faith in humanity, that somebody does show up, that somebody is there, that somebody does answer the phone when it rings. It's always very fascinating to me that we can start doing this within our own family to help renew the faith of our family, renew our bonds of family. And also, like, being able to accept just right where we're at, right now, here and now, accepting that allows us to be able to start moving forward. I heard something from Eckhart Tolle the other day where he says, if you want to start having peace, you need to have it right in this moment. Accept where you're at. Accept where everything is right now. And then you can start having peace. Then you can start moving forward. Then you can start breathing a little easier. Even though things are tight or crunched or feeling pressure, or you feel like, okay, where is all of this coming from? Just know that as we start going through this, the faith precedes the miracle. Always. The faith precedes the miracle. I hope that you enjoyed this cup of card and a reading, and I hope that you like and subscribe. I hope that you will share this with a friend, and I hope that you will put a comment in to get a reading on something that you are kind of curious about. In a couple of weeks, I will be posting another video about a new segment that we're going to start doing on this channel. I'm excited about it, but it is a passion of mine. And so what better than to demonstrate it, which is going to be great. And I'm looking forward to it. I hope this weekend you have a great time, and we'll see you next week for the Akashic record reading. If you have a question that you would like answered, or hope that will get answered with the Akashic records, then make sure that you go on to the Akashic record number 3 and list your question there, and we'll see what we can do for you. Until then, have a great week, and know that you're constantly in my prayers, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.